Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to do this tailor's ham. It's a round ball. It's very simple tutorial to do, and it's also a must-have if you're into corseting and breast sculpting and all of that stuff. So the materials you'll be needing is your sawdust, your very thick fabric, non-stretch fabric, and a fabric that is able to withstand heat. So your needle, your thread, your scissors. So what you have to do here is just to point your sawdust to your fabric and roll it over and tighten it. So I've made a smaller one, so this one will be a bigger one, so I'll be measuring it with the cup I am. So yeah, I'm showing you that I've made the smaller one. I need two, so this one will be slightly bigger. So yeah, I'm measuring it with the cup. If it's not enough, I'll just add more sawdust to it to make it to your desired size. If you want it bigger than mine, if you want it smaller, so it just depends on what you want, but the process is just simple. I don't even need to talk more. I don't even need to talk at all in this tutorial because it's very self-explanatory. So yeah, I'm just going in with my thread. I've doubled it a couple of times to make it very strong. So I'll just roll it over and try and tighten it as firm as possible. And also while I'm doing that, I'm trying to make it to have the round shape I'll be needed for my cup. So the thread I used is quite short, so I'll just go in with a longer thread to reinforce what I just did. So I'm going in with my second thread to reinforce it. As you're doing it, you're making you're molding your shape. So yeah, I think I'm pleased with what I have. I'll just cut the excess off. So you have to trim off the excess so you'll be able to relax flat on the surface. So with this, I'm just showing you that if you leave it like this, you'll not be able to use it. So what you have to do is just wash carefully because this is where the magic happens. And if you notice, you'll see that I still have some excesses in the ball. So you see where I'm starting my sewing. So I'll just pull it and attach it to the tip of the fabric where I cut. And you need a very strong thread for this because you'll be doing plenty of pulling so that your ball will be very strong and firm, and also to eliminate all those fold around that area where you're sewing. So you just continue the process all the way around until you get to your starting point. So if you're not pleased with what you have, if you feel you still need to go over it, if you still have some fold or excesses, you can still repeat the process again to make it stronger. You can see the way I'm pulling it. You have to pull it very firm. When you pull it like that, that's why you start seeing the excess to take it in. As you can see, as I'm pulling, the excess is coming out, so I'm just picking it and sending it in. I have to hold the ball very firm. Yeah, I think I broke my thread, so now I'm going in with the thicker thread. I think the other one I used 4 thread, but now I'm going in with 8 thread. You need a bigger needle so that you'll be able to pass all of those thread. Or if you have a stronger thread, maybe the 4 will be enough. So just repeat the process. And as you're sewing, you're molding the shape to your desired shape. You're molding it, because if you don't mold it, you might end up having a shape that you will not want, you will not like. So you need a round shape. So as you're sewing it, you're making sure that you're molding it into a round shape. So yeah, I'm done sewing. So this is how it looks. As you can see, I have a hole in between. So I'm just showing you that my ball can sit properly on the surface. So see, because of the way I pulled it open, that space is open. So now you need a fabric to cover it. But if you have a wood, you can use a wood and place your hemming gum and attach it to a wood. But I don't have a wood yet, so I'll just go in with my fabric. So I'm going to head to fold all the edges in, pin it down with my pins, and I'll just repeat the process again. Just stitch all the edges. And if I notice that there's any place that I need to pull in, I'll just pick it again and pull it in so that my ball will give me the shape I want. But so far so good. My ball is giving what it's supposed to give, and I'm really pleased with it. So maybe when I get a wood, I might attach it to a wood, but in the meantime I'll be using it like this. So you can do the shape you want. If you want a smaller ball, if you want a bigger ball, the process is just the same. I think I made an extra ham. That one I'll be using it to press clothes that I cannot press on a flat surface, like the hip cuff and all of that stuff. So I made a bigger ball for it. Is that a ball? I'm not sure I'm supposed to call that a ball because it was a rectangle. I just made a very big rectangle, then pour the excess sawdust, the leftover sawdust into it, and stitch the edges. So I'll be using that to iron. But if I need to iron my cup, I'll use my balls for my cups. So you just continue the process all the way around. Yeah, I'm almost done. You just stitch it and make it very, very tight, as tight as possible. And also your fabric should be one that is able to withstand heat, not because you'll be pressing on a very high heat. So you don't want something that will burn your fabric, and also fabric that will not wash. So this is how my balls are looking like. This is the smaller one and the other one is the bigger one. So this one will work for now. Please, you need a fabric that will not wash. You don't want something, if you're sewing on a white fabric and when you heat it and your cup start changing color. So this is the bigger one I was telling you about. I just go ahead and fill it in, then stitch the edges. So this one I can use it to iron my hip and any surface that cannot be ironed on flat surface. So yeah, I'm just measuring my cup to see how it looks. So this will work for this cup and any cup. If the cup is smaller, this ball can actually work for it. So this one is for my bigger cup. So yeah, everything is looking nice. So this is the bigger one. So I'm gonna head to stitch the excess, the tip. See how neat and clean it's looking. So I really love how everything turned out. So this is my balls. So yeah, so we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.